Aisitsu, my fellow Salotus, it is I, Chaos, and welcome to, I guess, a small little update video of sort, talking about a particular topic I don't really talk about much on the channel in great depth, because I haven't really had much reason to go into it, but recently I've been into some updates to it, and so I figured it would be a good time to talk about it. That, and I haven't actually talked about it properly, as just mentioned, and I feel like for the sake of it existing, it's probably nice that I talk about it a bit. So we're going to do that today. So anyway, what am I talking about in particular, you might be asking. In fact, you're probably not, because it's in the title, and it's probably very obvious, the topic of debate for today. We're going to be talking about my Patreon today, which has existed for, I say, about a year now or so, but I've never really pushed much on it, considering the fact that it's like been a very small thing in the background that I didn't really expect anyone to support to begin with. But considering the fact I've actually put some more tiers into it recently, and some more benefits for all, I decided that it would be a good time to talk about it. Because, obviously, before I go anywhere regarding what the tiers are themselves and talking to you guys about it, I just want to go ahead and specify I am not in a financial situation. Even though the whole COVID-19 crisis is going on right now, I still got my job, I'm still getting paid for it, getting paid extra in fact actually, at least last month it was. But yeah, the main thing is, I am in no financial situation and I'm not relying on Patreon to keep myself alive. This is simply something here for anyone who wants to support the channel for some incredibly odd reason with actual money. I don't know why you do that, but in case you do, it's there. So yeah, just a reminder, this thing is completely optional and you do not need to do this to make it feel like you're supporting my channel. Just watching my videos, liking them, sharing them around, or even putting like negative feedback as a way to make me better. All that's appreciated. You know, constructive criticism is something that I can use to improve myself. So even that I appreciate as support, as long as you're not being stupidly rude to me, obviously. Don't feel like you need to support this for the sake of feeling like you're supporting me. That's not how this works. This is just here for people who have the money and for some reason want to throw it at me. And the thing I can do is obviously give them content, try to, and give them some cool benefits as well. So that's essentially it. So please guys, if you listen to this video and feel like you want to go support me on Patreon, don't feel like you have to, alright? You can watch this video and skip it, and I'm absolutely cool with that. But don't force yourself to, please. Especially again during this time of crisis. Money is important in this time of crisis. So now we got that out of the way, I guess I'll talk about the tiers in particular, which ones I have and what the benefits are, just in case for some reason you do have your interest piqued. So here we go then. So currently I have 3 tiers on my Patreon page. Initially it was just 1, actually it was 2 to begin with, but I wasn't too sure of the idea for the second tier, so I dropped it after a while, but after thinking about it again, I've brought that tier back, as well as putting another tier, a $3 a month tier, which we'll get into in a bit. So for $1 a month, you get the red belt tier, which is essentially the tip jar, I guess you could describe it as. I think that's the best way people describe the $1 a month and the name at the end of the video sort of tier, if that makes sense. You know, the one where you pledge money in to get credited for pledging money in, and that's kind of about it. So if you want to give some support and be credited for it, this is the tier right here. For $1 a month, you get your name at the end of every video I post in the same font color of the belt you are the tier of. So if you're a red belt tier, your name will be in the red belt section of the red belt tier, which I'll put a graphic up on screen quickly, and you'll still see at the end of the video just as a test, and your font will be red, because red belt. Makes plenty of sense to me. And I'm sure you guys can figure it out because you're intelligent people. Green belt would be green font, and brown belt would be brown colored font. So simple as that. But yeah, for $1 a month, you get credit for your incredible support of my channel, for throwing money at me for unknown reasons at the end of each video, no matter if it be a Patreon video or a YouTube video, just always at the end. So if you do, thank you so much. Your name will be there to be seen by everybody to know that you are a madman for doing this and you should be credited for it. So yeah, there you go. That's the first one for you. Now, the other 2 tiers are actually ones that give you additional benefits that you will be able to access via your Patreon account. So the second one is the previously mentioned green belt tier for $2 a month. So on top of getting the previous benefits of the red belt tier, so again your name credit at the end of each video, at this time in a green font as previously mentioned, you will also get access to Patreon exclusive votes. Now, the votes in question are mainly about the videos I do. More specifically, it's what videos you want to see out of the list I provide. Because, essentially, I'm going to try and get 3 games together each week to try and record and play through. And basically, I want this to be a little list to say, hey, if there's a game you guys like out of the 3 I'm playing, which one do you want to see first? Do you want to see this FNAF video? Do you want to see this Dead by Daylight video? Do you want to see this video on this random horror game I played? It will essentially give patrons the choice to say which one they want to see the most, and if their vote wins, that will be the first video that I play. And I guess I'll do ascending order as well, so if it's like the most viewed one I play first, the second most voted one I go for second, and you get what I mean. So that's obviously if we get enough Patreons to give ourselves a wide spread of votes. That is a if. But anyway, now we get to the big baddie of the bunch, the $3 a month Patreon tier, which is the brown belt tier. This one gets obviously all the benefits of the previous 2 tiers, so the brown belt tier and the green belt tier. Your name at the end of the video will be in the brown belt tier column with a brown name, like our current, I don't want to say example because that sounds bad, but the Sass Jacket, a good friend of mine, he's already gone in for $3 a month for the brown belt tier. Without even getting the rewards yet. I just want to remind you, this is going up before my Patreon exclusive videos are being released, just as a showcase to you guys what they're going to be, which I'll go into in a little bit. But yeah, the reason I'm doing this video is just so you don't do a sass. As much as I appreciate it, I want to make sure you guys know what you're getting yourselves into first before you go and pledge money, because that doesn't seem fair. If you just pledge money and don't get what you wanted to, or at least what you're expecting, then doesn't really seem fair personally, at least to me. I feel very bad about that. So regarding the benefits themselves of the brown belt tier, specifically, you get access to some exclusive Patreon only content. Now, this content is much different than what I usually do. Obviously, some of you guys have known in the past, I've done a few videos which have been very different to my typical ones, aka not gaming videos. I've done a cosplay video at one point with my Chris cosplay. I did a review of Strange Terror from the Deep. I did a pack opening of some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, you know, a lot of very widespread and outplaced content you don't usually expect on the channel. The truth is, I really do enjoy doing that stuff. I really do. Again, I cosplay a lot in my free time, I play Yu-Gi-Oh in my free time, and I like being analytical about things and discussing them in great detail. It's obviously, this is also still a gaming channel, so I figured what was the best way I could try and do this, where if you really are a dedicated fan and you want to see some extra behind the scenes stuff, whereabouts will I put it? Now, considering I'm not a fan of doing alternate channels where I focus on other things besides gaming videos, like making a Yu-Gi-Oh channel or a cosplay channel and stuff like that, I decided if you really want to see this stuff and you want to see my other hobbies outside of playing video games on the internet and talking about them, this could be the area where you can see that. And currently, I have 2 videos planned for this, and these videos in particular will also be uploaded on YouTube as a sort of example about what to get yourselves into. Because again, I only want you guys going for this tier if you know you're going to want it. I don't want anyone going into it expecting something else and then not getting that, because that will be bad on my part and I would not want that. So, these 2 videos on screen, one of which will be a Yu-Gi-Oh video going on an analysis of some new Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and the second one is a review of mine on the first Fighter's Pass of Smash Ultimate, and also my predictions for the second one. It's the second thumbnail. These 2 videos will be on YouTube at some time soon. But everything after this will be a Patreon exclusive one. So essentially anything that isn't a Let's Play sort of gaming video, this will be where it is. So cosplay videos, Yu-Gi-Oh videos, discussions, game reviews, anything else I want to do, this will be a spot where you can find it to get some exclusive stuff that I enjoy doing, just don't feel like putting up on the channel because it's not what most people on the channel expect. And not to mention as well, I guess the algorithm like I mentioned as well, YouTube not liking you changing much stuff and being known for doing out of place things from time to time, and it's not like I really care about it, to be fair, but I guess just to keep it consistent as well, people that want to see my gaming stuff and want to see just more of that, they get to see more of that, and at the same time, if you guys do want to see this stuff because you're interested in my more personal aspects of my hobbies, this is a way for you to see it. So yeah, there you go. But anyway, that's really about it. I haven't got much else to say about it. Those are my tiers. My Patreon will be in the description as it always has been. And I'll give a little teaser about the list of all your names at the end of this video. But yeah, if you're interested, links in the description below. You're not forced to. I'm not going to demand money whatsoever. You guys do what you want to do. I'm in no bad position financially. So if you want to do it, it's your choice. And if you do, I very much appreciate it. It's very kind of you. But again, don't feel like you have to. Just watching my videos and just supporting them as it is, whether negatively or positively, constructively negative, by the way, I really appreciate. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for that one. I think that's basically it. I have been Chaos. You've been the episode 1 Influence, as you always are. Till this time, remember the usual. Like and enjoy the video, just like you didn't. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Maybe go follow me on Twitter for updates and stuff, because in case you don't know by now, inconsistency is my quality. As for links in the description, there's my Twitter, Twitch, and of course the Patreon, as we've mentioned today. But most importantly, of all things, guys, take care, everybody. Sayonara, and thank you so much for watching. And take care all in these dark times.